What's happening, guys? Welcome to Low Spirits. Today we're going to be going through the LS MFG cars. Starting off with my very own Weekly 197. I got this Clio 197 when I was 18 and the insurance on it was fucking mental. I paid 3,800 nope, it skipped me, but honestly I love the car. It's only off more plates a month and this thing is just mental. I've had the car 4 years now, and for the first 2 years it was completely standard. Being Renault Factory Racing Blue, there's one of only 190 built within the UK in this colour, and some of the purists hated me for what I did, but fuck it, gang shit. So yeah, we'll kind of give you a wee run through of like some of the mods that I've done to this car. So obviously starting off, its bag, it's on intermodal stealth suspension. It's fully custom top mounts, custom struts, custom front and rear bags, and that's paired up with some Airlift 3P. I've got dual 444cc compressors with a 3 gallon seamless tank, some hard lines. We're currently redoing the bit build. Paired up with some that currently went on the car, JR6s in 9J, ET20 in the rear and ET25 in the front, make for some sick fitment. We have fender lip pretty much all around, and the fitment next season is going to be even more mad. It's going to be lower, it's going to be more camber, it's going to be fucking sick. So, as well as that, we've got a Maxxin splitter, a Maxxin side skirts, we've got a genuine RS splitter to be put on the car, we've got a Sprint spoiler that we need to get painted and then put on the car. I'm hoping to do that around January time. We're also running -7 degrees camera in the rear, -3 in the front. Again, gang shit. And yeah, I just love this car, you know, it's fucking mental. So yeah, running through the rest of the specs, we have exterior hydro dip bit, so the diffuser is hydro dip carbon. And walking around to this side here, we'll show you a few more bits and bobs. So these bits here, we've got painted gloss black, so the full wing mirror surround as well as the windscreen surround. That was done at the same time that we got the hydro dip done in carbon. The front grills are also done, and then the side pillars we got rewrapped because the original was starting to kind of just fade, so got it wrapped in satin black and then got a wee texture up put over it to kind of make it look OEM. Although the car is very modified, it's kind of OEM plus. There's nothing that I've done that makes it right. It's got a K-Tech induction kit, a Miltech decap pipe, a Miltech non-res catback, a 421 manifold. It's mapped to around 208 brake and 198 Newton meters. It fucking goes well. You know, these cars are 4-pop Brembos from factory. They drive like fucking mad. They steer so well. Even though this is a non-cup version, it's mental. I love it. You know, it's on about 85,000 miles. And I got it when it was on about, I think, 65 or 67. So I haven't put too many miles on it. Especially in the last few years, I've only kind of been doing about 5k a year. In the engine bay, we've kind of dressed that up, so we've painted all the yellow plastics the same blue as the car. We've got some blue conduit, we've got dress up bolts. We've replaced all the cracked plastics and all the faded plastics in the engine bay. And next up, I'm kind of thinking of putting some heat reflective tape in the top of it, or maybe like a wee mirror or something. That's kind of everything that's done to this car at the minute. You know, there is obviously quite a lot. It's a pretty decent spec there, but I have a lot to come. You know, Clio 2.0 is coming. This car's been brought off the this car's been brought off the road from around July time. So I got the crest in February, which we'll be talking about later. And from around July time, I took this off, and it's kind of just been drove a wee bit, but not really much. It hasn't really been even insured since September, I don't think. So yeah, a lot planned for this car. It's getting MOT'd this month, and then it's getting tints, it's going lower, it's getting more camber. Same wheels, they're just gonna need to get refurbed. I'm hoping to get the front bumper smooth, to get the new splitter on. I'll definitely get the new splitter on. Hopefully get the bumper smooth, not sure. I'll definitely get the spoiler on. I'll definitely get my new exhaust. And I'm 85% sure I'll be doing something else with the rear end. And I'll 100% sure be getting this fucking boot build done. I'm hoping that we'll be doing, not the next video, but one of the videos up and coming on this boot build and actually working on it. I'm going to order the hard lines towards the end of November. I'm gonna order the material at the end of this week, and yeah, it's gonna be fucking sick. I can't wait. Honestly, this car, I know a lot of people who go for like flush fitment and shit. I want this to have like the American vibe of like, holy fucking shit, this car's nuts. Look at the camber, look at the tint, look at this, look at that. I want the seats to be mad, so I do want to get seats for it. But I just don't want to be saying I'm going to get seats and maybe not be able to afford them, especially with building a Cresta and then potentially buying another drift car later into next year. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for this car. On to the next one. I want to be talking about, I'm getting a new Sporter. I'm selling this Sporter. I've already got a buyer lined up. The first car in the LS MFG drift team is Burnsy's IS200. This thing's fucking cool. So, unlike some IS200, it's not Agri spec. Agri spec is fucking gack, lads. Like, it used to be cool. See, back in like the early 2000s, whenever people were driving fucking 306s on 19 slant, kind of like end of max power here, that was fucking cool. See now, Agri specs is just an excuse people use to have a shit car, mate. Like a car that doesn't fucking, like, not all of them, you know, some are really nice. There's some really nice Mark IV Golfs out there that are done really well, some really nice cars that are done, but there's so many cars that fucking have rusty wings but are slammed on really expensive wheels. Like, no harm, but just fucking maintain your car. Like, anyway, this isn't like that. I know it's a bit controversial, but it's just my opinion, you know what I mean? This car is not like that, you know. It's got a fucking BN kit to start off with, you know. That's what makes this car look so cool. So Burnsy got this car for, how much was it?
£600.
£600 off like some friggin' like guy, and it was his dad's car and his dad had died or something, and it's moonstone blue, and he paid 600 in for it. People are paying mad money for it now, and he put a BN kit on it. Well, he put BCs in it first, BR series extra low, because we love BCs right here, they're class. So the BR series are kind of like the normal series that you would get for BC, but then Burnsy went for the extra low, so this car was fucking mad slam for a while. Like, see, back whenever he got just the BCs, no kit or nothing, we'll put a few photos in, because it was actually mental. I remember we were going just driving about flat ground and the thing was scraping, it was nuts. It was tugging 17s all around, wasn't it? Mental. So it's got 24k springs in the front, 18k in the rear, full BN kit, a welded diff, a straight pipe, it's decatted, has an NRG quick release hub, load of GTRs. These wheels are fucking cool, you know what I mean? Like, there's something about these that I just love. I kind of want to set for the Cresta. I actually tested these on the Cresta, and oh my god, they looked unreal. We'll put in some photos, because fuck me, like, it's for kind of test fitted to get an idea of what specs I'm going to get in the new strong DS05s that are hopefully coming out soon. Not really sure when they're dropping, but hopefully we're going to arrange with Strong that we can come and pick them up and do a wee vlog and us driving down to Dungannon and collecting those wheels. Be cool. Could be in one of the next LS Weeklies, but on top of that, it has full tints and the thing slides like clean fuck. Goes well, it sounds well. It's got the throttle body mod, so you want to hear it, but it's like clean fuck. No way. But yeah, I love this car, you know what I mean? We did Ross's, our friend Ross's IS200, we did a lot of work on that. Gearbox and engine, BN kit, BCs, a diff, fitted wheels, loads of things, and that car is pretty similar to this, because it's the right way to do this. Are you raising up a war for the sake of something to say? The second car of the LS MFG drift team is my very own 1996 JCX 100 Cresta. Got my Cresta in February of this year, 2022, and I was looking for a drift car. Never had something rear-wheel drive before, and I wanted something that could just hop in and had capability, you know, not something that had to fucking buy and then upgrade, especially with the prices of these cars rising. So this car had 45,000 miles whenever I got it. It now has about 49,000, just under 80,000 kilometers. It's fucking class, like. It came with the Wes Crans LXZs, the really rare half known, like really rare half JDM kit that I fucking cracked drifting around about and cracked at the back doing some hoops as well. But I've done actually quite a fair bit since I've got this car, although frickin' sometimes I forget and it doesn't really look like it. So under the bonnet it's pretty stock except for the queer rod radiator which I put in, garage the expansion tank. It came from Japan with an Apex hard pipe kit as well as an Apex front mounted intercooler. It's obviously a 2.5 litre 1JZ GTE single turbo. I would say it's making around 320 to 330 brake. Just because of kind of what it's beat. It's beat a few cars at 320 and 315 that I know of and a few of my friends have. It's got these cool wee things which light up green, which are pretty gangsta. Take a magnetic plate off. These are handy, lads. Looks better without it. So yeah, I've done a Turbo Smart boost gauge, BCDS series. So I, according to BC UK, I called them. I'm the first person to get a BCDS series for a JZX100 within the UK, like over to the UK. So I emailed Adam LC's team, kind of asking, you know, what are you running? What did he run his car in Ebisu, in the Cresta in Ebisu, and what does he run in the Chaser that is not yellow and used to be brown? And they told me his specs, and from that I went and made my own specs. So I have 22k in the front, 12k in the rear. These are fucking class. So the difference kind of between the DS series and the BR series is mainly the double digressive valve. Basically just is how the car absorbs bumps whenever it's going slow to how whenever it's going fast. Just makes it better for the track. BC themselves say that the DS series is best suited for if you're kind of driving car on the road but you're doing regular track days, which is what we'll be doing next year. I'm going to be learning to drift in this car. I'm going to be doing more mods to this car. And so, as well as the stuff that's on the engine bay, it had from Japan a 3.25 inch exhaust with a turbo back. Sounds fucking class, but the people in England who I got the car off, they said that the original one was too Asbo, so they got this new exhaust put on, and it sounds amazing. It genuinely really does. It's got Driftworks caster arms in the front because mine were knocking like fuck. IS300 LSD and shaft. So it originally had a 7.5 inch diff, basically an IS200 diff in this car because it was an NA auto, and then it got changed to a freaking R154 1JZ GT in Japan in 2018. But it had a 7.5 inch diff. I blew it up, we welded it. I blew it up again, we welded it again. And guess what it did, mate? Guess what I did, mate? What did it do, bro?
I think you blew it up.
I blew it up.
Same place.
Yeah, same place. Exact same place that I blew it up all 3 times. Exact same car park. Exact same thing I was trying to do. A hoop.
It was cursed.
It was cursed, mate. I haven't actually went back and done a hoop in there. I won't be back.
Not worth it.
Fuck it. It's not worth it. I won't. I'll probably blow the diff, mate. So I put an IS200 LSD in shafts. Cunts were trying to rip me off. See people who are looking 900 quid, mate, for an IS300 diff, mate. Smell my hope. Actually fucking get a whiff of my fucking toffee crisper, right? Because, listen, right, you can fuck off, bro. I got it from 220 quid at Trainers, mate. Headers, with cups and all. Got a set of shafts then for 150 noop. And then we polybushed the rear diff because basically, same thing that Jimmy Oaks at Jimmy Oaks Spur. What's happening, mate? Me and you go way back, mate. Have a photo of me and you. I'll insert it here. Know me. Oh. Anyway, he had the same issue. He actually was texting me and I told him how to fix the issue, so it did. Because this only had one rear diff like mount for bushing, but we obviously wanted 2. And that's kind of like what was making it blow, because whenever we were kicking it, the diff was twisting on itself. So Burnsy, he fucking welded the new cup in with no gas, and it looks fucking class. Like, fuck knows how he did it, but he did it, and it looks unreal. We painted it up, we put the new bushing in, and honestly the car drives so good. Like, next up is rear subframe bushings, and we're going to underseat the car as well. After that, I want to get the kit fixed, painted, probably put buckets in the front of it, so I'm actually not fucking flying about the place when I'm drifting. I'm a bit more stable, and I would like a new diff because my diff opens, and it's a 3.7 ratio. So why the fuck would you charge me 900 for a 3.7 ratio diff, you fucking headers? I mean, I want a 4.1, so I'm gonna build it myself. Got a Hilux 4.1 diff, Hilux 4.1 crown gear and pinion, and a Kaz 2-way is what I'm thinking. And this car would be fucking class. Maybe we hydro and shit. Be pretty cool. Don't know. We'll see.
Or just welded.
Yeah, or just welded.
An IS250 diff.
Yeah, and get an IS250 diff and just weld it, because welded is the best. Cannot deny it. It was quite cheap as well. But yeah, this car I don't really want to be doing too much to. I do want to put a link on it. I've decided. I didn't really think about it, but recently I've went, you know what, it'll increase reliability. David Drift Games and Joe also Drift Games, and all the guys over at Drift Games go on about them and, you know, say how good they are. And I have a few friends who run the links myself, and even though I don't want to be going crazy power and probably just keep stock turbo and all, I think the link will benefit me, and in the future means if I do put a hybrid onto it, I can get the most out of it. So I'll probably be doing that as well. But at the minute, next up for this car, undersail, rear diff bushes. After that, I'll probably look into the ECU. Anyway, on to the next car. So the next car that we're going to be going on to is our videographer's car. Talking about Jack's car, mate. So it's slammed on FKs. It's got 2-piece hot boy wheels that we built. Rebuilt over at LS Customs. We'll insert a few clips of this now. So basically, as we said before, Jack had no stance points, mate. People were calling him a wee gimp, mate, right? I didn't call him up, but that was the word in the street, right? Or so that's what my mate, my fucking close and personal friend Shane told me, right? And we had to rebuild his wheels, mate. I'll see you now, lad. Cheers! The hose are coming for him. So he's got full Fiberworks splitter kit, Fiberworks spoiler, Fiberworks diffuser and fog surrounds. These few wee bits that he got painted gloss black make the car look fucking class. They really stand out, they make it look different. And he's also got a 1-of-1 Fiberworks spoiler. That thing is fucking sick. We fitted it, we fitted the BTCC side skirt extensions, as well as the Fiberworks side skirts themselves. It's got a custom exhaust. We're also doing a custom exhaust on it, or at least Burns is. It's got a quick release steering wheel, and it's got a few more custom painted interior bits, but there's a lot more coming for Jack's car. He's getting some mad stancy points. This thing's low as fuck in the rear at the minute, and it's got the helpers in at the front. We're gonna take them out. We're gonna raise it up a bit, so because obviously we're taking the helper out, we're gonna that's a lot of fucking coils. So we'll put a few coils so it's the same height, and then we'll lower it a wee bit so it's the same height as the rear, and fitting sick as that, sick as fuck. But here, what's up there, mate?